All right, so today we're going to dive into something pretty fascinating.
Okay.
It's this kind of revolution happening in Canadian transportation engineering. And the big thing driving this is something called high-end geomatics.
Right.
It's like, if you want to quickly grasp how things are changing, this is it.
Yeah, this is way beyond just, the old school surveying.
Right.
Like, we're talking about a whole set of advanced tools and technologies. I
Yeah.
mean, imagine, like, scanning entire landscapes with lasers mounted on vehicles.
Wow.
That's LiDAR mobile mapping. It's giving us, like, this incredibly detailed 3D data,
So this is like, we're not even using paper maps anymore.
No.
We're building digital twins of the real world.
Exactly.
And it's
accurate.
super accurate. And then you have drones, or UAVs as they're called, capturing those really high-resolution images, which are great for things like bridge inspections.
Right. Yeah. And then all this feeds into, I see GIS mentioned in the sources.
Which I guess is like a really smart database for geographic information.
It's a smart map.
Yeah. And BIM, which is like the digital blueprint for all this infrastructure.
Right.
And it's all living in the cloud,
Yeah.
being analyzed by AI, which I guess is the automated data classification part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you can tailor it to very specific projects, like these Ontario highways, or even rail lines near Sudbury.
Precisely. It might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right now.
It's actually happening now. So what we're going to do today is really dive deep and see how this all translates into, real benefits.
Yeah.
Not just like fancy tech, but real efficiency and cost savings.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, when you consider how vast Canada is, our crazy climate,
Yeah.
and just the need to fix and upgrade all this aging infrastructure.
Absolutely. It's a lot to tackle.
So let's look at a specific example. The material talks about a highway expansion in northern Ontario, like a 200-kilometer project, something they could easily run into, like a $2 million budget and face delays just because it's remote, the weather,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
It's always a factor.
But then it talks about how using high-end geomatics, using LiDAR, UAVs, and AI to analyze all this data can actually cut down the time spent just on gathering and processing the initial data by as much as 60%.
That's right. And that speed is crucial.
Yeah.
I mean, fewer delays, keeps costs down. It's a direct link.
And then it gets really interesting when you look at the potential cost savings.
Uh-huh.
The sources suggest that we could be talking about like $600,000 to $800,000 saved on that $2 million budget.
Wow.
Like 30 to 40%.
Yeah, that's significant.
So I'm curious, why is this level of detail, this like accuracy that we get from these technologies so impactful?
Well, it goes beyond just getting a really cool 3D model. It's about being able to spot potential issues before they become big, costly problems during construction or maintenance.
Oh, I see.
It's a huge shift from being reactive to predictive. And when you combine GIS, that smart map we talked about, with BIM, the digital blueprint, you're really minimizing design errors.
Okay.
So you're potentially avoiding, another 20% in rework costs.
Oh, wow.
And everyone involved in the project benefits from having this clear, up-to-date picture of what's going on.
So it's not just about saving money up front.
No, not at all.
It's like, what are the ripple effects of this?
Well, think about project timelines.
Okay.
Faster data means faster decisions. And that means less disruption for communities. When clients can see interactive 3D visualizations and track progress in real time, it builds a lot more trust and transparency.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's more than just saving money.
It is.
It's about like improving the whole process.
Exactly.
But what about the long-term impact? Like, how does this affect our infrastructure over time?
That's a great question. See, the detailed asset data we get from these geomatics tools allows for much more effective maintenance. And when you can do proactive maintenance, you extend the lifespan of roads and railways.
So they last longer.
Longer. Yeah.
And I guess the better asset management through GIS helps you optimize when and where that maintenance needs to happen.
Exactly. Plus, you have to consider safety. Using UAVs for those bridge inspections means you're putting fewer people in potentially dangerous situations.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And optimized designs, I guess, can even minimize the environmental impact of all this, right?
Absolutely. So it's about making things faster, cheaper, safer, and greener.
And the material even hints at what's coming next.
Oh, yeah.
Like AI getting even smarter, sensors giving us real-time data,
Right.
and those digital twins, those virtual copies, helping us predict problems before they even happen. It seems like this field is just constantly evolving.
Absolutely. The advancements are continuous.
So let's do a quick recap here. High-end geomatics, with things like LiDAR and AI-powered analysis, is completely transforming Canadian transportation engineering. We're talking about way faster data collection.
Yeah.
Weeks compressed into days, which is already happening in Ontario. It improves safety with those drone bridge inspections.
Right.
Enables better decisions
Right.
because you have all this data integrated in the cloud.
Yeah.
Reduces errors using AI
Uh-huh.
and leads to significant cost savings.
Potentially 30 to 40%, like that example in Northern Ontario.
Yeah, exactly. But it goes beyond just saving money.
Right.
It's quicker project completion, stronger relationships with clients because of that transparency, lower long-term costs, better management of our infrastructure assets,
Yeah.
safer work environments, and less impact on the environment.
It's a win-win all around.
And the future, well, the future's even more promising with AI, real-time sensors, and these digital twins becoming even more sophisticated. So here's something to think about. With all the infrastructure upgrades Canada needs, how might this ongoing geomatics revolution, with all these powerful spatial data tools, reshape not only transportation, but other crucial sectors of our economy and environment too?
That's the big question.
Yeah, a lot to ponder.
Definitely.
Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Great discussion.
Thanks for joining me.
It was a pleasure.
And till next time, keep on exploring.
Absolutely.